Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody. Time to play around with Krishna. Play with Hare Krishna. Krishna's been playing us long enough. Time to play again a little bit. What do you think? He's been playing long enough. Now let's play Krishna. You could be alright with that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Woo! Oh, oh boy. Woo, yeah. Echoing and robotic. What do you think? How's it sound? Funny sound? How's it sound good? Okay, you guys stay on here. I'm just going to refresh. Okay, I found out the problem. It was
The Bluetooth was connected. Sorry about that. All right. Back to playing with Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. So, let's try a little Russian. That was a little too fast. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Okay.
Thanks for using.
Let's chant some verses. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, let's read a story from the Bhagavatam. This is a daytime morning. Let's read the preaching of Prahlad. Canto 7. Yeah, preaching Prahlad. It's kind of like what we're doing. This is the preaching of Prahlad. We're actually, he was in the same kind of a demoniac takeover. Demons were taking over the universe. And so he just preached devotional service during that time. So let's see. Maybe we can get some good pointers from Prahlad. Okay. Prahlad instructs his demoniac schoolmates. And by the way, Prahlad's preaching is pretty intense. Lord Chaitanya wasn't, he didn't incarnate, so he made things a lot path, a lot of. Jai Srila Prabhupada. All glory to Jesus. Prahlad Maharaj said, one who is sufficiently intelligent. Actually, let's go back to the end of the chapter. So this is chapter 6 of Canto 7. Let's go to chapter 5 towards give us context. So, okay. All right, here we go. So this is Canto 5, and text, we'll start with text 45. So Hiranyakashipu, the father of Prahlad, who was a big demon, thought, I have used many ill names in chastising this boy Prahlad, and I have devised many means of killing him. But despite all my endeavors, he could not be killed. Indeed, he saved himself by his own powers, without being affected in the least by these treacheries and abominable actions. Yeah. And it doesn't necessarily, a lot of people think that physically he was saved physically. Yeah, maybe. But anyway, the demons are always doing abominable treacheries. It's just their nature, what to do. They're always trying to trick and deceive, confuse people, lie. This is demoniac issue, and now, especially now, this is pretty much in force. The demons are tricking many people. Many people are falling victim and being poisoned on all levels. They're being poisoned in the world by demons in the disguise as politicians. And chapter 12th canto talks all about the sin. It's all in the Bible also, prophecies for these days. In these days, the demons become very strong. The demons is the mode of passion and ignorance, very strong and strongly influential. And the weaker persons who are, say, immature, you can say like immature as souls, youngsters. Anyway, they listen and they believe in the authorities, and the authorities have infiltrated, the demons have infiltrated the authority positions, and they're tricking and they're doing abominable things, very terrible things, even now. Matter of fact, a good perspective, I sent on the groups, one of the main groups of texts. You can listen to this person. He's a lawyer, and they have a case, and you can hear what he says about all this pandemonium thing that's happened over the last 2 years. Yeah, you can listen to, and everything he's saying is absolutely, really right on, true, accurate, and it's really nice to see somebody discerning how it is. Now, whether that has an effect, we'll see. Right now, the modes of ignorance and passion, people are under the whammy. Many people believe in that. So anyway, that's one diabolical way that that the demons influence people that are not spiritually strong, or actually a bit intelligent above the human. Well, exceptionally intelligent. Good scholars discern these things. But anyway, Prahlad was in this regime, and even though his father was trying to, to subdue him from his preaching of devotional service, he couldn't do it. Prahlad was fixed it. So we all go through these tests too in the world. People are always trying to deviate us from the resolve of engaging, especially pure devotions. Even when you find the devotees, the Vaishnavas, if you're, there'll be a test there. It might be okay when in the very beginning for, your beginning of your walk, many people start in religion, and you can't discern really clearly who is a real advanced, confidential servant of God. And so you get usually ones who aren't really so, because you can discern the difference, and they usually step forward, very good there. But so people at the neophyte level, it usually start like that. That's called religion. But as we mature, whether you're in the Christian religion or the Vaishnava religion, if you're still thinking of a religion, you're going to have to transcend religion at some point to really understand deeper truth, because how it goes. Religion is full of material motivations. People infiltrate religion. Often the leaders are not even any more advanced, really, than their followers. Still mundane, even though maybe they study this, but still mundane material. Very rare. It's transcendent. They say a lot of times they say. So, text 46. Although he is very near to me and merely a child, he is situated in complete fearlessness. See, when you get in the truth, this is why we preach truth, man. When you're in the truth, man, fearlessness comes along with it. You don't even think about it. Hey, fearlessness. Why? Because weakness, we talked about this many times. Weakness comes from ignorance. See, so the demons, they like to propagate ignorance. They like to propagate lies. Lies make you weak. See, they may put you in fear. They tell a lie. Oh, actually, if you watch this thing that I sent you, you see this guy has discerned it all out, the PCR test, all these things. It's all a bunch of big smokes. Big twisting. It's making exaggerated, out of proportion. I knew this. I just didn't have the energy to get into that. But Krishna has his servants. He's doing it. And anyway, people are weak because of ignorance and believing in ignorance, believing in ignorant teachings even. And that's how to get out of the level of religion, you have to hear the as it is truth. Just like Prabhupada's book says, right? As it is. Bhagavad Gita as it is. You got to hear the true confidential truth of Krishna consciousness. Okay? And then you can get out of the ignorance of religious Vaishnavism. Religious Vaishnavism is promoting that actually Varnashram Dharma is the highest. Varnashram Dharma is what you should put your energy into for your whole life. Because Prabhupada said so. Not understand Prabhupada. There's some ignorance there. Maybe it's okay for a start because it's better than, not acting according to the rules and regulations of religion. Okay? But there are many motivated persons that are in the leadership positions. Often their hearts are not really pure inside or pure enough, to really understand the confidential purpose of the devotional scriptures, which is basically love of God. To have this awakening of this art norm. And whoever can facilitate that quickly, that's the place. Okay? If it takes a course in coming to religion, going to Christians and Christianity, and their motivated leaders often, or the same thing in Vaishnava, coming there and seeing these motivated sannyasis and Brahmins who are taking the positions as your deliverer, it's still on another level idol worship. The only person that can deliver us is the confidential servant of the Lord. The Lord, the true Lord, the supreme Shuddha Bhakti Lord, delivers us through those representatives. That's Guru Tattva. Understand? Most Vaishnavas still don't understand Guru Tattva clearly. They may think, "Oh yeah, I believe. Yeah, I believe in Prabhupada. He's gonna." And then these gurus now, they're not like Prabhupada. They don't have the ecstasy that Prabhupada had. They're not empowered like Prabhupada was by the transcendental potency. And they don't have the mission to deliver people. Like Prabhupada's mission was to set the foundation, because that's what you get what the guru preaches. You preach the foundation, get the foundation. Now we're preaching what's to sit on that foundation of Vaidhi Bhakti, okay? And actually do the finishing. So Patrick says, sometimes ignorance is great, like these times where distractions are flying everywhere around. Yeah, you got to see. That's why if you hear from a bona fide representative of the Lord, it cuts through the mustard, cuts through the fluff, all the fluff going on, all these things. The Lord empowers the devotee to help you understand until your personal relationship with God, same God, the Guru's God, starts to inform you too. You start to become like you, also directly informed by the Lord, by revelation and realization. When you get this ecstatic devotion, now you get the comforter, the Lord himself. Okay. All right. So, he resembles a dog's curved tail, which can never be straightened because he never forgets my misbehavior and his connection with his master, Lord Vishnu. This is interesting. Which can never be straightened because he never forgets my misbehavior and his connection with his master, Lord Krishna. See, this is a preacher. The highest truth distinguished from illusion. Prahlad was always pointing out, obviously, he's saying so, his father's misbehavior. His father was a rascal. His father even knew it. You know how many people that are now, they know they're rascals, man. They know what they're doing. You know how I learned this? I watch, they won't tell you these things, but I watch how they show you in TV and the movies. They show you that these guys know what they're doing. They know they are deceiving. That's called demon. Prahlad could see that his father was tricking, lying, doing all these things, deceptions, to gain control over others. See, so that's misbehavior. And they know they're misbehaving. They're doing it. They think, these demons, they think if you believe our bullshit, man, you deserve to be taken out by that and by that double mask. You deserve it. If you think that's, if you can't see what we're doing, well, goodbye. They know they're being rascals. They know they're lying. Many of them. The only ones who don't are usually the virtue signals. They believe the ones on the front lines. They go. You can see many stories. These nurses, they believe. Yeah, already they believe and they want to show. They want to do an example of being a real role model for others to follow. A couple of nurses already. I've seen this one live, man, and they wanted to do this, and right on the camera, they take and then two minutes later, boom, gone, died. And there's other nurses are coming forward. They said, yeah, we want to do this thing, that because we want to, they hear all that propaganda, all these the lie. It's not lying to you. Man. They're lying. They're making up all this stuff. They put bots on the thing and comments. It's all bullshit. Big crock of bullshit, and people believe. And so a lot of people do it. They go and do that, and then they end up, they get all kinds of weird stuff. Not everybody right away, but in due course, it's going to get you. It's all designed. Depopulation. So anyway, the essence of this is that's just what's happening. So the weak persons, they believe in their authorities, even though their authorities would be faulty. It's the same thing in religion. What's the difference? Now, there's a lot. The many leaders are just like many leaders in politics are demons. Many leaders in religion are also demoniacs. They have material motive and they will lie, cheat, do whatever they can to get ahead. This is what I've seen. And for whatever it is. So the main thing is, if you find leaders who are straight with you, I mean, really straight. If you're looking for Krishna, you're looking for God. If you're with a devotee who has true intimacy with the Lord, that's the best persons to be with. We have a whole sangha of people who want to be with God for God's sake. For God's sake, literally. To make God really happy, which they know is in there. Therefore, their happiness is God's happiness. That is fantastic association in this world. You're very lucky to find such things. Because most of the world have material motives, more or less. And now, a lot. There's a lot less, a lot more in the leaders. See, ultimately, the most trustworthy are those who trust the Lord. They know the Lord more intimately. See, therefore, they're trusting the Lord, and the Lord purifies their heart. They're trusting that. See, they trust the ecstatic expression of God. That is the most purifying substance in this universe, is this ecstatic love that people are seeing here every day, that you read about in Chaitanya Lila. It's the most purifying process. It's the most purifying path, is devotees who worship the Lord in intimacy and ecstasy because of that intimacy. That is the way to get the most clear on what life is about, because they know very few others. That is the best association. See, I go on and on. Best association you get are those who are happy in God's company. And the true God's company, not the hypocritical bullshit, you get from religious leaders. Yeah, we're happy in God's company. No, yeah, they're using God to get ahead. No, happy in God's company. Very simple, man. You're happy in God's company. And God is this relationship, starting with Radha and Krishna. Happiness in God's association as Radha, in this pure love of God, this experience. Happy in the being here and hearing about conclusive truths about what life is all about, and the highest nectar and what it is and how glorious it is. See? And these qualities of Krishna, the qualities of the absolute truth on the highest level. Where? Tell me. Better place. And that's how you prove that you want to get over religion. You you associate with devotees like that, and you find, my heart can surrender. I find now I've been cheated by the Lord's Mahamaya. No, I'm going to surrender to the Yoga Maya. This ecstatic worship is the Yoga Maya protection. Okay? Pastimes of David says. Well said. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, let's cut through the chase. We don't want to all this fluff beating around the bush simply because they don't know. These leaders don't know the essence. You can, everything I say, you can, anybody. You don't have to be a big scholar. If you just understand a little English, you can check these conclusions. They're very simple, but the most profound. These big titles, Acharya Devs and all these, going to school and getting PhDs and everything. They can't understand these simple principles. They're blinded by their scholarship. Not interested in this. They're interested in, they're blinded by, I need more. I get more followers, and more. I like being an authority and being adored. Oh, my disciples love, they just worship me. Like, they're blinded by this, and people go to these kind of leaders. Oh, he must be a devotee. So proud, prancing around with a big stick and all this. Proof that you really like God and Krishna, well, you'll love what's going on here. If you don't, you're contaminated. That's the gold standard. If they don't like it or anybody else doesn't, you can go elsewhere, and get where you don't know the gold standard. We teach the gold standard of Vaishnavism. Isn't that amazing? A guy without even a dhoti and tilak and neck beads can teach the gold standard. I prove it every day. This is the gold standard, man. I stand for this preaching. I really do. I love it. Even though it's come out of his mouth, I just listening to it now myself and relishing the truth. Why? Because my heart is there. It's I so much there that I feel, God, man, I know this is God's heart. I think we share the same heart. I know we do, actually. The essence. I love essence, man. When you hear the essence, you'll see the essence. You'll perceive it. You'll have realization. And you'll become like that also. You'll become, because you're with where this can happen, where what you see in the essence of Chaitanya Charitamrita can happen in your life. Otherwise it won't. Those who get, chapter 3, verse 1, 3 or 4, verse 1. Those who get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, which is Guru, the real Guru, who shares the same heart. Their heart is the Lord's heart. The Lord's heart is their heart. Literally, I'm telling you, man. Those who get the mercy, starting with Guru Dev, the real Guru, man. The Lord comes down as such a Guru. Manifests in this world as such a Guru. That's Guru Tattva, the foundation of what I'm saying. You'll become very quickly able to collect the valuable jewels of the revealed scriptures. Chapter 3, verse 1, or chapter 4, verse 1. And those valuable jewels, in the revealed scriptures, these are revelations. On those revealed scriptures, and you become a prophet. Just naturally comes with the territory. You become prophetic. You can tell people what these scriptures mean. They usually have in religion, these guys with the white robes come out to interpret the scriptures, but they're still scholars, man. They don't know what I'm talking about. But anybody has equal faith in Guru and Krishna. In other words, you overcome hypocrisy. Equal faith in Guru, a real empowered devotee of the Lord and Krishna. The purports of the Vedas are revealed. This is a verse I just mentioned. That's why those who have that here, oh boy, look at it. They get Radha and Krishna, man. They understand the scriptures. and they understand Radha's love and they welcome it. Oh, welcome these revelations and welcome this love, just like their guru does. What else is there beyond that? What other opulence is better than that? What other treasure is better than that? No, there ain't anything for those who really want God. And me getting God is a relationship that you have forever. That's all I'm focused on here. That's all we're about. Nothing else. This relationship. Awaken it and water it, man, and protect it from all these demons out there. And even the demigods who try to test us, test our resolve. I know you do, Janaki. That's why we hang out together. So Freddie said, do you think the people who don't take the shot will be spared by the demons? Oh, so do you think the people who don't take the shot, yeah, instead of spared by the demons, we need to be spared by Krishna. Even if you do, just if you've done it already, like in our Sangha, something done it. What are you going to do? Just you're lucky you made it to this. If you come to the point and you've got ecstatic devotion, whether you do or don't, it doesn't matter, man. You know what is real. Soul is Krishna keeps everything for you. But if you haven't come to that point, well, what are you going to do? It's these kind of times. That's what I just say. Just try and avoid as much as they may come. It might be a time they grab you and just put the thing in there. What are you going to do? But every day, just like Mars Friction, and just getting ready. It's like we read yesterday in Itamrita. Krishna says people are karmis. They follow the laws of karma, good and bad karma. And they're subject to the reactions of good and bad karma because they're cultivating that. That's called fruitive activity. See, material fruitive activity. But the opposite of that is what we're doing. See, we're engaging in activities that awaken devotion and water it, cultivate that. See, so there's a fruit there also, but it's not material; it's spiritual. See? The fruit here is spiritual. The fruit here is taste for Krishna. It's the ultimate fruit. The taste for these pastimes to the point of tears and choking and throbbing. This is where it's at, man. And if anybody is in ISKCON, Gaudiya Smriti and Gaudiya Math, and you understand what we're saying here, this word, you understand it, you're very fortunate. To one who has unshakable faith in the Supreme Lord and the spiritual mastery essence of Vedic knowledge in its entirety. You see, that's in it. Unshakable faith. Not like, well, I don't know, I think I'm in the right place, but and that's okay. However you come here, now you're cultivating your spiritual life by this association, man. You're going to come to that point. You just stick it out long enough, go through the purification and the tests and all that stuff. The result is, unshakable faith. Then you'll have the essence of Vedic knowledge. What do you think I'm talking about here? Everything you hear in this discussion and all discussions is the essence. Prove me wrong, anybody. Please. Come here, let's have a discussion. Any of you gurus, prove that what's being said here is not the essence. You show a better essence than this. Anybody. All the way up to the day, I have really memorized courses. I don't have any big titles, really. I'm recognized by anybody outside here. Come and prove us wrong. You prove her, I'll come be your disciple. Of course, the opposite is true. If you hear here and you really want God, and this is more reasonable what we say here, more clear what we talk about here, more ecstatic than what your experience of person, you should be a disciple here. I mean, if you're not very intelligent. What are you doing? Why you have disciples? You're not very intelligent. If what we're doing here is more clear than what you're teaching, more logical than what you're teaching, more intelligent than what you're teaching, and more ecstatic than you're teaching, and you're not here, you are one motivated person. Who should listen to you? You shouldn't even listen to yourself, because you must be infatuated by your bullshit, man. You can't see things as they are. What kind of leader are you? That's Kali Yuga leader to me. Anybody following somebody like that, you got a Kali Yuga result you're going to get. Definitely taking another birth. I'm telling you, this is the gold standard. Prove me wrong if you got a higher standard, one that's more like gold, more golden than this. Anybody, please come, show me. Show me that you can explain the scriptures better than what's being explained here. I can't even explain these scriptures like this, because it has to be done by the Lord to show the devotee these things. I can't. It's like, these are just the valuable jewels I collect by this ecstatic worship. Prove me that your worship is better. You'll have better knowledge, more clear perspective, and more logic. But nobody does. They have a lot to lose. Do I have anything to lose? No, I can't lose. See, this is because my value is not in followers. My value is not in buildings and material wealth. My value is in the Lord himself, man. This relationship. This is all I'm teaching here. My value is this close, intimate relationship with the Supreme Lord. Let him own everything. He owns everything anyway. We just use what we need. Here. Yeah, you can own all the knowledge. I only use what is necessary. He owns all the, well, actually, Radha owns all the ecstasy. And we take what we can handle. It's so powerful that it only handles so much. Yeah. So, what does it mean, unshakable faith? Did anybody ever ask that question? What does it mean to have unshakable faith in the spiritual master? Oh, any spiritual master? Oh, those thousands of spiritual masters? Is that verse about those thousands that ISKCON made in the GBC meeting? Or appointed, or anybody? Is it faith in that spiritual master, or the one who can deliver you? The one that is the intimate, confidential servant of Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna. How about that spiritual master? See, then that's why here the verses become real in your life. You become a manifestation of these verses, a manifestation of a real disciple. You get the opportunity to have that faith in a bona fide spiritual master, unshakable. And then the purports of the Vedas are revealed. Then you become a real follower and a real promoter of the real path. And then the Lord uses you as guru. Well, you're guru anyway, like that. You gotta be, you gotta be happy with being a real disciple. You're part of the team. And it's like, you come here and your guru is still here, and he's empowered to straighten people's minds out, straighten people's hearts out, purify, and then you work on the team. We got a ball. We're playing ball, man. It's like a baseball game, a transcendental baseball game, transcendental football game, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you get on the team, man. You're part of the team. Problem is, some people leave here, I think I'm, going to be the leader of the team. Okay, then they get off I see. Okay. You don't get it yet. You just become part of the team, and Krishna gives you a position automatically. Okay. His own power. Okay. He could not be killed. Indeed, he saved himself by his own powers. He saved himself by his faith in Krishna, by his ecstatic relationship with Krishna. Krishna saved him in that. Krishna saves all his real love. Okay? Without being affected in the least by these treacheries. This is the thing. Treacheries right now, if you're affected by the treacheries of the leaders in the world and that in religion also, treacherous, man. If they advocating that, man, they're committing treachery to you. You know, you're in big danger, or at least physically and mentally, because this is that's a mind. It's like playing Russian roulette. Maybe you'll, you know. See, it's all treachery. They're lying. PCR thing is a big bullshit hoax about the way to discern these things. The treachery saying, oh, it's about cases and not about what's really. It's all treachery, treacherous, twisted teachings to subdue those who are weak by the Lord's Maya. Okay? So people grab onto that rope, but it's a snake. Okay? Here's the real rope. This rope is a rope. This rope is not a snake. In the Maya here, there are many ropes in this world, but they're snakes, and you think they're a rope. That's all. But the result ends up, I'm in fear. See? Prahlad was fearless. All real devotees are fearless because they're in the truth. They're in their spiritual body. You know, they're in their eternal relationship with God. Body comes and goes, whatever. This is all icing here to help people realize this. It's all icing on the cake. Feather in Krishna's cap. Another peacock feather. Yeah. Yeah, I love this. I just love these realizations. See, I just look at these books and it shows me this. I never saw this before. And that's why, being here in this world is also good. Oh, yeah, I can see this happening. See, Bhagavatam is here to give us light in this world. I look at the verses, I say, yeah, that's what's happening. The treacherous behavior of demons. See, it's just happening again. They don't know that. Well, they do know they're being treacherous, many of them. A lot of these people that are believing in them, they're betrayed, betrayed by their trust. That's why it's hard for people to trust in the real representatives of the divine potency in this world, because they've been ripped off so much by Maya. Lie to, cheat, and deceive. Right, where it's a trust thing. So. Oh, by the way, I got a great spot. Look at this. See, this is a lake. Hey, lakeside. Can you believe that? It's a little hard to see because there we go. Little tree. Got sun charged. Battery up its charge. It's quiet, peaceful. Looks like neighbors, and it's free. Absolutely free, man. This is like $1 million property, man. Yeah, right here. I can't believe this. This is Christian. Yeah. Even though people pay so much for these different things, I don't know, man. If you live simply, just try it. Do it. It's secure. And look at the fantastic internet, man. I got 3 or 4 bars. We like free, yeah. Oh, Johnny, you love this. Soon I'll take a bath. I'll jump right in that lake. Hope it's cool. Probably nice and icy cold. Oh, I love it. Oh, and I went to I'm going to upload. Fantastic. Man, this is an amazing thing. Just If you just live in even a car, live like this in a tent, went to a hot springs, man, right on the river's edge. Hot springs coming right down the mountain, sat there, bunch of springs there, free, all free. So anyway, I'll take you along on the adventures here. Gotta stop it. The only problem is it's Janaki's fault that there's all this smoke here. California is burning. There's fires all around. So it's kind of smoky. So, but not bad. I mean, I don't even notice it. It is what it is. But so yeah, isn't this fantastic? This is to me, this is all when you get a relationship with the Lord, you get this fearlessness. That's what we're here to help people become fearless. Isn't you know how much it would cost people to take a course to try to be bold preachers and bold speakers, and fearless in the face of death even? I don't think they could even develop a course like that. If you do, you have to pay for it. Here, come here, you become like that automatically. You know, complete fearlessness, complete. Oh, you can see. Because, see, people say I hear a lot of people boasting that fear, fearless, but they're not complete fearless. See, they don't see things as they are. They're not understanding how this works. They think they're fearless on their own. No, any devotee is fearless because of their relationship, awakened relationship with God. That's what we're. This relationship and everything comes along with it. Fearlessness, um, fearlessness, and these are just comes along with the relationship. Fearlessness, intimacy with God, and understanding things that are very deep and essential, and protection. You get protection to see what's going on in the world and who's bullshit, who's lying. See what is in religion still, what is not. This all comes from a strong relationship with the absolute. He never forgets my misbehavior and his connection with his master. That's preaching. Thinking in this way, the king of the Daityas, morose and bereft of bodily luster, remained silent with his face down. Then Sunda and Amarka, the two sons of Sukracharya, spoke. Yeah, I think that's enough. I got some. Have some lunch and stuff. Take a bath. So anyway, thank you very much, and for helping purify myself by speaking about Krishna. His name. Yeah, okay, we'll see you guys a little bit. Unless you got any questions. Any questions? Yeah. I'll wait, see if you got any comments. Okay, good. No questions. All right, we'll see you guys later.